What is going on, everybody? It is Craig, and I'm back with another little retail rip. And I think this is the first WNBA I've done for 2025. Yes, I know it's 2026, but it's 225 rookies and 225, etc. in here. I did open two other blasters. I did okay with. I never loaded up, and now I feel it just might be too long ago. But I was in Barnes and Noble. I actually stopped by to get one of those flagship boxes. Um, Actually, I wanted to get one of the new boxes, the collector's kits, but they didn't have one, and then collected the other one at the same price. And I've seen Neo open a few, hunting for some stuff that I didn't know existed in the silver packs. There was a special pack in it. There's apparently some Funko cards, Otani, other people. So why not take a shot at rare card? So I do have that one. But I saw this and I bought it. I also wanted to buy a Pokemon box, but it wasn't for me. There was actually a guy outside who had two kids with him. And he's like, "Listen, can you do me a favor? Can you get me a Pokemon box? I have two kids and I'm only allowed to buy one." And whether he really was getting for his kids or selling, I don't mind. I'll help somebody out. And it didn't take me much effort. And I made a few cents in the transaction when he's like, "Keep the change," which I thought was funny. But anyway, here we go. So I did, full transparency, I did rip it with my fingers a little bit before I started the video, just because I looked around. I didn't have a knife, but it is still all sealed. There's no, if we get that magic card in here, this was not a, who am I kidding? That we're not getting that magic card in here. But what do I want? Well, truthfully, I would take some really cool Citron, parallels, rookies. Obviously, Becker's is cool too. Becker's is a bigger name for a lot of people, but I am a big Citron fan. And then obviously, I wouldn't mind getting some cool stuff from the Fever players that I follow, some stuff people from the Liberty I follow, etc. We'll see. You're guaranteed an auto or a mem, which I'm pretty sure means you're guaranteed a mem. But here we go. I haven't opened. Actually, I haven't opened one of these before. It's interesting that they have two dividers. I don't know if I've seen that before. But there are actually fewer packs than I thought. I thought this was about a 20-pack box. It's not, but I guess a lot of these mega boxes have gone from 20 to less. This is what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. I know some went from 20 to 16. This is just down to 10. But you know what? 10 it is. I do have top loaders and sleeves and card stands, and I'm hopeful. Let's see if we get at least one or two things to put in the background. I might have finally found a setup with my tripod that I like that works, so that could be good. You have to let me know in the comments what you think. Okay? So we have, here's the tricky part of me trying to see through the camera lens and not. Erica Wheeler. Brianna Stone. Okay, so this is one of those things, like this card is flipped one way, so it must be, maybe it's a foil parallel you get every pack. Okay. That doesn't get sleeved and top loaded, although it might get top loaded and stuck in a box because it is a former Fever player. That actually, if you know the story, had a good degree of significance with some of her relationships with people on the team. Not necessarily anything else, but okay, 1, 2. Wow, this is really tricky to read right now. But that's okay. So we'll go through it this way. There we go. We got a clock base. No, that is not. Clock does not have Otani status. It has even bases of big hits. She definitely has huge auto status. Okay, we got some rated rookies. Nice, nice. And this is the Brianna Studio insert. Okay, put the insert aside. Actually, let me get a little bit of pile going. We have foils. We have random inserts. And I guess I will take out the rookies. It makes it easier to know it's the rated rookies in this case, so seeing it won't be as much of an issue. So that's one down. What's the goal? At least I hope the mem we get is the play I know. How about that? That's the goal. Okay, so we do get a foil card of sorts. It looks like in every pack, or at least in the small sampling we have here. Camila Cardoza, she is a baller. As bad as the sky is and has seemed at times, they definitely have a couple of things in place, a couple of people in place that. Is this numbered? No, it's just yellow because of the. Okay. Crunch time, Asia Wilson insert. I do see my girl on the back, Citron. There we go. We have a rated rookie. Again, that's cool. We have Sophie Cunningham, which, again, she hasn't. I think this is the first time she's gonna has fever cards, which is cool. I still want to get one of her autographs. It's definitely my biggest WNBA autograph want. That's realistic. Obviously, getting Clark would be phenomenal, but no. I'm never going to spend that money for it. If I'm not spending that money to get a Judge, and I'm a diehard Yankee fan, I can't spend that money on somebody else. Okay, this is like a throwback. I see a jersey. I'm like, well, Kelsey Plum definitely wasn't a rookie last year. I'm trying to. I see. Okay, there's a little bit of a shadow. I apologize for that. But I'm having some technical difficulties with my computer, my keyboard, and the lighting, and a lot of stuff. But hopefully, when the new part's arrive in a little while, by 11, I'll be able to deal with that. Okay, here we go. Silver on the back. Rookie. Okay, so you can get these silver foils in the rookies, which I guess you can get one of any card. I guess it's kind of like a yellow, a blue in the hangers back a day, something like that. So I'm just kind of learning the landscape a little bit. Kate Martin, I do like Martin. We'll put her down here. Just a base crunch time insert. Nothing yet sleeve worthy for us. By all means, if there is something that I missed, like, oh, that's an Uber SP, please let me know. But I seriously doubt it. There we go. We have a Lucy Olsen. Lucy Olsen and Kate Martin in the same pack. There you go. Rookies. Okay. And again, with rookies, you sleeve them up, you put them in the box, and you never know. Okay, so now that I'm loading, I'm going to try to avoid the back card, since the back card is the thing that has the most potential. And then I'll be surprised at what that is. So it only took me three packs to do it. So pack number 4, we're not going to expose it to start. Okay. Base again. We'll go those. Okay. Haley Van Lith, I think she is a player who needs more of a chance than she got, but she is somebody I'm happy to pull. Tunnel Vision insert and a Marvels. Okay, this is very nice. This is Kiki Irfan. I do like the Marvel cards. I don't have the Citron one. I wouldn't mind pulling it. I know it's probably just a buck card, but you know what? You got to enjoy collecting the buck cards. If you don't enjoy collecting the dollar cards, then you're either going to go broke or, I don't know. See? It took me the 5th pack to forget the thing I had created in the 1st pack, but that's okay. Here we go. I'll try to go a little bit quicker. Okay, here's the rookies. What is this? Another Kate Martin insert. And our foil here is Arike. I actually heard, I don't know, was it her that they were talking about a potential trade? I don't know. I listen a lot to Mick Talk Soups. Okay, here we go. So I guess I was wrong, by the way, because I noticed I did not get one of those foil cards in this pack, in last pack. So I guess it's not every pack, but maybe it's one of those you guaranteed so many a box. There you go, Lexi Hull. Here's some game base. Okay, we got the rookie. You want to get. I did pull a couple of paigebueckers earlier, and then here we have. Okay, I'm Georgia Amore. Okay, Angel Reese on the My House insert and Marvels. Georgia. For a second, when I saw that in the back, I'm like, did I will into existence when I said I'd like to get the Citron of that? So we are down to just 3 packs. So. Not anything backstage worthy yet, but I will post this. I didn't post the last one because I'm like, just a couple of rookies, but you know what, I know maybe people see what's in the boxes, maybe I'll help them decide to buy or not buy. I know I've seen a bunch of blasters opened. I think it was Dad and Daughter Collectibles, I love that channel. If I had kids, I'd be amazing opening cards with them, the joy with them, absolutely. I don't know. If you don't know that channel, but you should absolutely check it out. And he does a much better job of opening product than I do. So just something to keep in mind. Tunnel Vision and My House Cameron Wig. I do like some of the My House and Marvel cards. So again, I am somebody that believes in, you have cards that you collect that are worth a ton. You have cards that you collect just because you dig them. And that's what that is. Let's see. I feel like this is thicker, so it's probably the mem. Not probably. It's definitely the mem. Come on, we didn't get an order. We know that. It would be nice if we did. Let me put this down for a second. Let me clean up. Oh, you know what? There was another pack over here. That was good. So I did think we had a couple more. I guess we had one more. But that's good. So just moving the packs out. Okay. Trying to get the stuff cleaned so I can, when I do a little bit of a review at the end, albeit nothing phenomenal in that review. Okay. Here we go. Okay, I will be honest with you. I am not familiar with Sariashi Barker. Caitlin Chen I am familiar with. Okay, we have My House of Sabrina Egg. I like that a lot. And I did get the card I was hoping to get. So it's a win, for me. I got my $1, $2 card. This would be cool to get in parallel form. I do like the Marvels. I like the My House. So, fun stuff. The other thing, too, with me opening WNBA is WNBA I don't have any restrictions on in my collection. In my other part of my collecting, I've narrowed down in different ways. Like Yankee stuff, absolutely. Knicks stuff, Giant stuff. But beyond that, I open products and I have a lot of rookies and stuff. But any of the bigger cards that I ever pull of those names, I do tend to just send off to DC Sports, or list it myself. Just because if you try to collect everything, you'll run out of room and money. These aren't bad looking cards. Tunnel Vision, Sidney Colson. And not the fever play I would have liked, but that's okay. And then we have a Crunch Time, Brianna Stewart. And this is the one I put aside. That is the mem. I don't think there's autographed mems in this case. So let's get a fever player. I'll get a fever player. Let's get Citron. Let's get Becca. Let's get a noteworthy mem. Let me get something to put on the back. Actually, you know what? Just because I willed it into existence, maybe that'll bring up. Let's give Sonia a backdrop there. Let's give a little Sabrina. Should probably have the paigebueckers rookie back there too. So we got a little bit of view back there, as I realized that they're a little bit out of frame. But again, the card. There we go. A little bit of a backdrop, albeit buck cards. Here we go. Mem is definitely, no, maybe the mem's there. I think that's the mem. Yeah, that's the mem. But then again, and I saw, I think it was Pac-Man who said it. I know people are all down on Pac-Man. I don't really know him from whatnot. I just know him from YouTube. So as far as YouTube goes, I like him. Talking about how Panini might be forgotten, but it might never be, because there is that term getting paninied. And people know exactly what that means. And I'm hoping it doesn't happen to us, because, yeah, that looks like a mem. But, you never know. Okay, we'll put you here. Kalea Cooper. Not the mem we're hoping for, but that's fine. Again, probably not player one, not game one. You know how that goes. Aaliyah. Oh, no, that's not a bad looking card for Thomas. Okay, folks. Obviously, this was not our best rip, but the thing is I like about doing the WNBA stuff is I'm ripping it. You know what? I like a lot of the cards regardless. So, I guess that's not a bad thing. Probably not going to open any more. Like I said, I've opened in my lifetime maybe 10 to 15 WNBA retail plasters. Or, in this case, I think this might be my first mega. But anyway, folks, how'd you do? You opening any of this? I don't know if there's anyone that I've interacted with about WNBA stuff on my channel. But for those of you that do look for baseball, I am doing that flagship box. I'm actually going to film it right after this. I don't know if they're going to be loaded at the same time. So, till next time, folks, peace.